At what point does social justice become the exact type of racism you claim to be trying to fight? Before I start, this comedy skit nails it.
When me and Brad first met, I didn't think we'd get along, but turns out we kind of agree on everything. Your racial identity is the most important thing. Everything should be looked at through the lens of race.
Jinx, you owe me a Coke. We both have a lot of opinions about people of color, even though we barely know any.
I say colored people, but as long as we're classifying them, we both think minorities are a united group who think the same and act the same.
And vote the same. You don't want to lose your black card. Sorry, I don't know. I just think we should
roll back discrimination laws so we can hire based on race again. Jinx, now you owe me a Coke. Hey, tell them what you told me yesterday.
White actors should only do voices for white cartoon characters.
I've been saying that for years. Stick to your own.
Us white people, we have so much privilege.
I agree. It is a privilege to be white. Ask him about interracial dating.
All I said is that black men who date white women have internalized racism, and white men that date ethnic women are fetishizing them.
Guys against interracial dating now. Like, am I being pranked? Did Boomer put you up to this?
Ugh, you know that taco place is white owned?
White people should be making white foods, like Kraft macaroni and cheese, no seasoning, not even salt. It's like he's a mind reader. I mean, I've been pushing for segregation forever, and my man does what?
I created an improv comedy show exclusively for ethnic people.
Guy segregates comedy on my birthday.
White people need to stop wearing dreadlocks, and they need to stop appropriating black people's music.
Shaved heads and country music, the way God intended.
You know all white people are racist.
I'm listening.
Even if you have a black wife or a black friend group, you're still really racist.
You know, we just kicked a guy out of the organization for having a black girlfriend, but if you can promise me he's still really racist, we'll consider letting him back in. Black people should only shop at black businesses.
I guess the only thing we really disagree about is I think white people are the root of all evil.
But what did I tell you, though? If we can narrow that down to a certain group of tiny-hatted white people, I think we can come to an understanding.
Technically, I don't consider Jewish people white.
Neither do I.
Make sure you check out Ryan Long or Ryan Long Comedy, he's great. Recently, my friend told me about his business meeting, and it's absolutely insane. These people at his work are so not racist that they're specifically looking for certain races and they want a minority in every single sector. Since they're delusional, hypocritical, and oblivious to how fake and ridiculous they are, they wanted to take the names off of the resume so you couldn't see their names so you didn't know what race they were, but at the same time, you need to check your race because they're specifically looking for certain races. So you can't see their race, but you have to see their race. Make sense yet? Of course not. Most people know this, but they're afraid of speaking out because most major corporations are playing along to this now. If you really think about it, what's more demeaning and demoralizing and dehumanizing than treating somebody like a lesser version of you that you have to baby, dumb down, and treat differently in order to gain equality? Here's a clip of another great comedy skit by Barricade Garage. You can check him out on YouTube.
You are so oppressed, bro. You're oppressed.
I mean, yeah, I'm oppressed by the tax system, family courts, politicians, the Federal Reserve, lawmakers.
Dude, I'm not talking about that, dude. I'm talking about slavery, dude. When my people oppressed your people, dude.
I'm talking about the oppression of everyone happening right now, and you're bringing up slavery?
Dude, the media hasn't told me to care about anything else other than slavery, dude. You black people are victims to my superior white race, dude. My job as a white ally is to make sure other white people know how much better they are than blacks did. This is how we're gonna help you guys out, dude.
You literally sound like a white supremacist.
Bro, I'm not a supremacist, bro. If I was really racist, do you really think I would remind you 24/7 how oppressed you are and how much more privilege my race has over your race, bro? Huh? Really, bro? If I was really racist, bro, I wouldn't be wearing these Black Lives Matter underwear, bro. I wouldn't have reported businesses for not having a Black Lives Matter mural, bro. If I was really racist, dude, do you really think I would constantly make you feel helpless against my race, bro? By constantly showing you how many times my race kills your race, bro? Come on, dude. A real racist would think we're all equal, but I have white guilt because I understand that black people are helpless without white people, dude.
Oh, Charlie!
Bruh, who is Charlie, bro?
Once again, check him out at Barricade Garage. He's hilarious. I didn't want to play the whole clip, but you could watch it on his channel and you get the point. People are waking up to how disgusting, ridiculous, and backwards this is. And every corporation doing this phony social justice on their Instagram account, I see them getting ratioed in the comment section. A majority of their customers can't stand what they're doing because it's ridiculous, hypocritical, and backwards. Recently, Adidas says 30% of its new US positions will be filled by Black or Latinx people. You can't even say Latino or Latina anymore or Hispanic. Is that offensive? Now you have to say Latinx? What does that even mean? But God forbid you're a successful Hispanic CEO in America who doesn't hate the President of the United States, and then all of a sudden they'll try to cancel you and destroy your business. Of course it backfired like everything they do does, but that's not the point. They still tried to do it. If Martin Luther King were alive and was talking about content of character, these types of people would tell him it's a microaggression and he just doesn't understand what they're talking about. There's no way they could be equal if they don't treat people equally. How dare you want equal treatment, MLK? We're gonna specifically look at people with the vision of race to stop racism and exclude certain people specifically on their race and hire people specifically because of their race to stop people from doing what I just told you I'm doing. What? These people don't make sense, and it's actually kind of funny. This tweet just saw somebody use the term homeless, and my head exploded with an X there. This is modern day left-wing social justice. They care more about X's in the word homeless and Latino than they care about the homeless people that are dying on their streets. In LA County, it's about an average of 3 a day. This is video footage I took from Los Angeles. It's absolutely disgusting. That's why I left the city. And nobody seems to care. Here's footage I took at a social justice women's march of people walking right past homeless people and leaving their trash right next to a tent. Oh yeah, these people care so much about you that if you ever say that you're equal and successful and have a victor mindset of success and prosperity, they're gonna call you a mean word, a racial slur, and tell you that you have to get down below them, bend down to them, they're superior. And if you dare feel equal or like the president, they'll tell you where you belong, seeking their help. I think Malcolm X had something to say about these type of people.
There are many whites who are trying to solve the problem, but you never see them going under the label of liberals. That white person that you see calling himself a liberal is the most dangerous thing in the entire Western Hemisphere. He's the most deceitful. He's like a fox.
But if Malcolm X were alive today, I'm sure that would be considered hate speech too. Here's more of their delusional social justice failing. Lady Antebellum tried to change their name to Lady A to show how not racist they are, and they ended up naming themselves after an artist that was already named Lady A. And according to Seattle Times, now there's a lawsuit against her because nothing says you love black people like stealing their names as a music artist and then suing them for it. It's ridiculous. One of the funniest and cringiest arguments I've seen recently is J.K. Rowling versus the LGBT community. J.K. Rowling, I guess, considers herself a feminist, and you can't be a feminist if you're not a woman. So J.K. Rowling's whole social justice identity is based off of her gender. But then you have activists who say that her gender or labeling gender threatens their activism and their ideology, so they can't exist together. J.K. Rowling's been going off, they've been going off against her, now all of a sudden J.K. Rowling's against cancel culture. What a mess. Aren't we supposed to have utopia and hoverboards by now, not be arguing about genders and how it hurts your feelings and Lady A and syrup bottles and Uncle Ben? And it's absolutely ridiculous. And then I found out recently I had one of the biggest posts for the other day on all of Facebook, and you see most of these names are right-wing news outlets, and a lot of people were upset about this. Why? How dare Facebook? But do you blame people for going to more right-wing news outlets? I mean, you guys are arguing about Aunt Jemima's face on a bottle, sports teams' names, Lady Antebellum, and talking about how you're never going to be happy until simultaneously gender doesn't exist, but you need your gender to completely define you. Good luck with that. That's why you find in Portland, the Democrat left-wing mayor Ted Wheeler recently got booed by his own people, and so did Jacob Frey, Democrat in Minneapolis. They'll never be happy because they don't understand a grateful mindset and a positive attitude. In fact, they hate that and try to destroy any minority with that mindset. Wow, I guess they really care about you, don't they? God forbid you're Terry Crews and you want to help out and talk about God. Good luck with that. These people are wicked and vicious. So instead of calling everything racist, sexist, xenophobic, anti-Semitic, and Islamophobic, instead of abusing those words to the point where you can't even use them for what they're supposed to be meant for, I think we should all reflect internally, try to be better people before we turn into the exact type of person that we claim we're trying to fight. Somebody that doesn't want to treat people equally and judges people solely by their skin color instead of the content of their character. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to support my videos, I have a Patreon channel, patreon.com/raretalk. I have a Facebook supporter thing. And the most important thing you could do is have an amazing day, enjoy yourself, and don't let the fear get to you. Fear actually hurts your immune system. The more you know. Have a good day.